Hello again, folks. Now, is Gregg Wallace worth talking about? No, not really. However, in the context of his story, what he was involved in, being a distraction, I think it is. Now, considering what's going on in the world, you got Gaza, Ukraine, British weapons in the Ukraine, inheritance tax and the war on farmers, the government taking away the winter fuel allowance from our pensioners, political prisoners in jail for writing stuff on social media, the government's war on free speech, and of course, the Southport scandal, which is yet to come out. There are so many things that the mainstream media can be talking about, but they're not. I wonder why. Why on earth are they obsessed with talking about a guy who is clearly a bit of an arsehole with an attitude problem and can't talk to people properly? That's his problem. The guy is a dickhead, all right? Gregg Wallace is clearly a dickhead who's up his own hoop. By all accounts, he was dragged into the office by BBC bosses and told in a 90-minute interview that he couldn't speak to people, that way, the way he does. And yet he still did it. The guy has a massive ego, and that's it. And all of a sudden, these women have come out and said, he's ruined my career. Melanie Sykes being one of them, she came out of show business because of Gregg Wallace, according to her, a woman who was convicted of domestic violence against her own husband. So yeah, all these wealthy, powerful women had a problem with him talking to them that way. And, granted, there's a way of talking to people, but clearly this guy just needed standing up to. They should have just told him, hey, sling your hook, sod off. You're not funny, you're not clever. And your attitude is clearly compensating for something else. That's all it would have taken. That's how you deal with people like Gregg Wallace. You just give it back. And more often than not, they back down, and that's the last you've heard from them. This could have been dealt with and nipped in the bud if these women simply stood up to him. But the way this has been blown up entirely, they've cancelled MasterChef, a few programmes from that, his front page news. You think it's like another Me Too movement or a Jimmy Savile movement. This is probably what they're doing. They're trying to paint the guy as another Jimmy Savile when he's not. He's just got a problem running his mouth and got a really sick sense of humour. That's all it is. It's a big, massive nothing burger. But why the hell are they using this story to distract, and what are they distracting from? This story is getting far more coverage and more of a sensationalist attitude by the mainstream media than what Hugh Edwards did, which is far worse. So, and I can't believe I'm using these words, Gregg Wallace is just a sexist, misogynist who needs bringing down a peg or two. Problem solved. What do you reckon? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.